Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Paradigm Shift. Today, we're going to be in conversation with the Salla siblings, Beena and Ajoy, and their beautiful counselor, their fairy godmother, their mother figure, everything to them. Before that, I want to tell you a beautiful story that I heard recently. There were two neighbors. They got identical saplings. They planted them in their backyard. And the young guy, the young neighbor, gave his plant everything that he could, a lot of water, a lot of manure, a lot of fertilizer, a lot of everything. And his plant grew into a beautiful flowering plant. Whereas the other old guy, the other old neighbor, he gave his plant everything in a limit, little water, little manure, and his plant also grew. One night there were heavy rain. Next morning, when they went out to see their plants in their backyard, the young guy's plant had got uprooted. And he was surprised and he asked this old guy, "Where did I go wrong? I gave my plant everything." The old guy said, "I gave my plant everything in limit. So it had no choice but to go deep down into the ground to fetch its nutrition. And that is why it's standing strong." Don't we all do this with our children? We give them everything. We overdo. We tend to overdo, sometimes underdo. We need to strike a balance. Today is one such story of, we give our children everything, but do we teach them कि अगर हमारा साया उनके सिर से उठ जाए तो वो क्या करेंगे? So today let's invite Beenna Salla and um, Nisha Rajpal. Let me just get them here. Hey everybody, good evening. Good evening, Beena and Ajoy.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Nishanti.
Good evening, beta. How are you all?
Very fine. With your blessings and God's blessings.
Yeah, thank you
Oh,
so.
so sweet. So sweet. So so should we start? I want to give the first question to Beena. Beena, tell us that what are the most beautiful memories that you have from your early childhood?
Thank you, ma'am. So childhood was fantastic. It was like too good to be true. Parents were very loving. We grew up in a very protected environment. And then again, the flip side was that I grew up with two bully brothers, and it still continues to be the same story. But having said so, we have enjoyed a family life. I really don't know if anybody would have enjoyed that kind of an opportunity. So board game was an everyday thing. We used to play board games every night, and that is where I learned how to be a team together. So it's like me, my brother Prakash, and my dad. We used to be on one side, and Ajoy and mom used to be on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
And they were so competitive that they would fight against each other, and we would have a great laugh. So every evening was full of laughter and full of banter and the fun. We
And
used to
mischief.
have
Okay.
we used to have a
Uh,
lot of road trips. Like every summer vacation, we used to go on a road trip, and that was
mm,
fantastic. We learned a lot of good life lessons from these road trips.
Amazing. Ajoy, do you want to add something to since you were the first child and you must have got all their
Yes.
love and you can throw the first child weight
Always did.
around. So
Exactly.
tell us.
Actually, I'm so lucky that I was first of all the first child and my mom's favorite. And over that,
Oh,
I got two siblings, Beena and Prakash. Literally, I can say that I have, given my contribution also in growing up in place of my mom. So
oh,
that's the
that is so
luckiest part
good.
for me.
That is so good. So, Beena, do you want to tell us, or Ajoy, do you want to tell us some of the happiest memories? Do you remember any incidents or anything that you guys want to tell us about?
So I think the happiest memory, like now we cherish a lot. Back then it was like kind of a stressful for us. We used to play a lot of video games like Ajoy Prakash and my younger brother Ajoy Prakash. I'm sorry. So yeah, we used to play a lot of video games, and the kind of bonding that we had, the kind of connect with we had. We used to wait for Sundays and Saturdays. जब छुट्टी मिलेगी तब साथ में खेलते हैं. And again, like
Right.
spending a lot of time with my mom, especially उनकी गोद में सोना. That was a fantastic memory we still cherish.
Oh,
And
it's so cool.
about me, we used to play very much this business games and traditional conscious games, etc. And I used to daily, Monday to Friday, when my dad used to go out in the afternoon, I used to do some or the other science experiments. I was a science kid basically. So daily, Monday to Friday, daily some new experiment at home.
Amazing. Amazing. Did you
And
blow
the
up the
best part,
house? No.
no,
That
no.
Prakash used to do.
And the best part
Oh,
is my teacher, Mrs. Siddiqui, she is no more, so she may forgive me. The chemicals that some chemicals that I require to do those experiments, my friends in my class, they used to steal from the lab and give it to me.
Oh,
But I never used to steal anything. They used to give it to me.
No, ma'am, he's a kleptomaniac, and even to this day, he's kleptomaniac. So,
oh my
Nishan,
God.
whenever we come to your place, please take your cutlery, knife and fork and etc. He loves it. He will steal.
Oh,
oh my God. I'm sure he'll steal our heart with his beautiful, beautiful
Yes.
smile. I mean, this is beautiful. Okay. What were some of the very important lessons that you guys learned in your childhood?
So, ma'am, the important lesson I think that I have learned from my father, and so he's someone like, he would give me pocket money, and I remember this particular incident very vividly. I was maybe like around 6 or 7 years old. We had gone for a trip to Tungareshwar Vasai Fort. So after having lunch, I wanted to have a coconut biscuit, which used to cost like 5 rupee. So I asked my dad, can I have it? And he said, I have given you lunch. I'm going to pay for your lunch. If you want biscuit, you have to spend your own money. And I started calculating, like, मेरा 5 रुपया चला जाएगा, and dad can pay. Why can't he do that? So for everything, he would make me pay from my pocket, and that is how I learned to be self-independent. That's how I learned to be a self-reliant person. And that ka wahi tha, you enjoy whatever you want, but take ownership of that. Be responsible, be judicious, and enjoy what you spend. So that is the lesson that
Wow.
I've learned from my.
Amazing.
And
Ajoy?
about me, yes, about me, first of all, I would like to say about my mom, because I was special for my mom, my mom was special to me. My mom always said me that not to quarrel, not to argue, not to bargain with anything, for any reason with anyone. And
Except
that
for siblings.
and that I maintain today also. I never quarrel, I never bargain, I never argue. One of the important lessons that I learned from my dad was never to say no to any work to anyone. I was doing goldsmith job, and I had almost learned the making of goldsmith job. That's a traditional occupation, hereditary occupation. So I used to make fancy gold bangles. And once I wanted to make a small finger ring for myself because I had collected some gold and money. It's part of a job, so I had collected that small piece of gold, maybe around 5 grams or something, and I wanted to make a finger ring. So I asked my dad if he knew anyone that can make a ring for me. So my dad said, why can't you make it? Because you're already into this business. You're making those bangles. You can make a ring
Oh,
also. So I said, I
right.
cannot make. I'm not doing that thing. So my dad at that time he told that you can, if a customer comes to you in future with a piece of gold, you cannot say that I'm not going to make only bangles, or I'm going to make only necklace, or I'm going to make only chain or something. You have to just make it everything as per the customer's demand to stay in the business or wherever we are.
Beautiful, beautiful. So just 1 second. There are few people that are probably you guys send them the other link. So all the guests that are waiting to join this stream, we'd like to tell you, please go to Facebook. Please find the page theparadigmshift.co, and we are live on that. You will get to see us there. So we you will not be able to join this stream. We have our guest here already. Okay, so to the next question, what are some of the things that your parents absolutely hated and did not put up with, like they couldn't absolutely agree to?
So, ma'am, one thing is being disrespectful. They never liked it. So
Okay.
I remember very clearly that even if, like, in a joking manner, if I'm being disrespectful to anybody, to my elders or my friends, they would absolutely not like it and meet me, they would even trash me for that. So that has helped me to be very polite, be very humble, be very courteous. And while I was doing this, while I practice these things, I'm able to understand people more better. So that is something that I've learned from my parents, considering that
Okay.
they do not like it, and hence I have to be this.
Okay. Ajoy?
I always, my mom always preferred decency, nothing else than that. She
Okay.
always wanted me to be very subtle and obedient and decent. And she also stressed on one thing very well that I wish to say: never to treat just teachers, but as our gurus.
Very nice.
Wow. That is beautiful. That is
Very nice.
beautiful. Do you guys remember who were your parents' inspiration? And did you also find inspiration in those people?
Yes, God, of course. First of all, God and Lord Shiva. Both
Okay.
were common in who from there. Lord Shiva.
So, ma'am, I got very little time with my parents, and whatever time I had, I never got to interact with them that much because I was a child. I was just a teenager, and I did not have that intellectual ability. But what I know is that my mom and dad, they were an ardent fan of being kind person and so generous. I remember that my mom, she would give away my share of food or my share of toys to some other children because she felt that they are more in need, and being kindness is something that they really loved and that inspired them to do more in life.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Okay. So, Beena, do you want to tell us about what happened, about that fateful night?
Yeah, ma'am. So we were, like I said, that road trip was a part of our life. Every summer vacation, we used to go for a 2 months road trip. So this time we had gone to South, and we were in Kodaikanal, absolutely enjoying our life. Nothing had changed. Nothing had, we were like so protected, so loved. We were having the best of times there. And from
Right.
Kodaikanal, we were moving on to Kanyakumari. So it was
Okay.
June 4th, 1998. We were in Kanyakumari. We had all sightseeing done and everything was there. So Ajoy is a person who is very recluse, very introverted. But that day, somehow, he made friends there in Kanyakumari. And he went out for sightseeing on his own. So it was just me, Prakash, my dad, and my mom. I
Okay.
remember very clearly that dad and I, we were like, we are very lazy. So we thought दोपहर को आराम से, like, we have our afternoon siesta and then evening में हम sightseeing के लिए जाएंगे. Prakash was out somewhere. He was playing up to some mischief. My mom was in balcony. That is what I remember. When I woke up, something had happened and I don't know what had happened. Suddenly, like, I'm not sleeping in my room, I was outside, like I was in the balcony, and कुछ तो हुआ था मुझे नहीं पता. All I remember was like I'm crying out loud. My brother Prakash was sitting beside me and वो भी बहुत रो रहा था, and he's just telling me that क्या हो गया, like I don't know, like his hand was completely charred black, it had turned black. My mom was there, like almost lifeless. I could hear her breath, like it's still fresh in my mind. And my dad was still in the room. So I had a lot of anger against my dad क्योंकि मैं तीन लैंग्वेज मुझे जो आती थी, इंग्लिश, हिंदी, मराठी, इवन गुजराती. I'm just screaming for help, like somebody come and help us. Our whole body was burning. कुछ तो हुआ था and I had no idea क्यों हमारी body burn हो रही है. So
Mm-hmm.
dad was not waking up and I thought क्यों नहीं उठ रहे dad, उनके बच्चे, उनकी wife, like there's something has happened and he's just sleeping. So then I don't know what happened. कुछ लोगों ने, I think after 30 minutes hotel में जहाँ पे हम रुके थे, so that staff, they came and they immediately, like हमें hospital लेके जा रहे थे. They did not even wait for an ambulance. एंड तो मैं और प्रकाश एक ही, हमारी जो कार थी उसमें हम जा रहे थे, एंड पीपल आर सो नाइस. तो उन्होंने बोला कि आप सिर्फ गाड़ी भगाओ, लाइक यू डू नॉट वेट फॉर एनीथिंग, जस्ट कीप हॉकिंग द कार एंड गो. So this episode has helped me, like, एक moment पे we did not, if something is important, let's not even think about anything else. Let's just do what is right at that moment. So
Yeah.
constantly Prakash was asking me क्या हो गया, and I did not have any answer, and I forgot about my pain क्योंकि जितना प्रकाश को पेन हो रहा था, burning sensation हो रहा था, उतना मुझे भी हो रहा था. But I forgot absolutely about it. We reached hospital. Ajay had absolutely no idea क्या हुआ है. वो वहाँ पे sightseeing कर रहा था. So yeah, then we were in hospital, and now we have no idea कि क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं. Evening, Ajoy, then he came, and then he can share what you saw and what happened then.
So when it was of course very unfaithful, and when I just came, and I immediately I was blocked by some police officers in civil dresses. At that time, they were not in uniform; they were in civil dresses. DSP and some other people were there. The hotel guys were there, and they all stopped me. I said, "What happened? Why you're stopping me? I'm just going to my room. That's it." So they said they just took me aside and made me sit on the chair. And the first question they told me, give us your relatives' number who are in Mumbai. So I said at that time these telephones were not there in huge things. And I was not remembering any of the relatives because we are not in touch with any of the relatives at that time. So all of a sudden, this thing happened, and I said, "You tell me what has happened. Others are not going to speak anything." The first thing they told me, "You had lost your entire family." And I said, "What? How's it possible? I've just gone for 3 hours, and I'm coming back, and I can hear this. That the entire family is gone. Is where? How has that happened?" So initially they told that there's some road accident that has happened or something like that. I said, "It's not possible at all because it was a small village. Kanyakumari is a small village at that time." Then they said me, "Now what you're going to do? Your entire family is finished." I said, "I have no option than to just the big open sea, and I will dive there." That was my first reaction to them. Then they said, "Okay, hold on. Your brothers and sisters are still there, touchwood, and they are fighting for their life. You need to be there." I said, "Okay, at least you tell me this, we can do something." Then I was not allowed that night to go to my room where my parents bodies were kept over there. I was not allowed at all because two revenue officers were requested to flow in from Chennai to assess all the situation and to take control over the charge. Immediately the two police officers took me to one of the first hospital that gave treatment to Beena and Prakash, Dr. Jay Shekhar Hospital, and the promoter of that hospital is Dr. Renu. She and her staff immediately took my brother and sister. No panchnama, what is being done elsewhere. No panchnama, no kind of formalities, nothing. It's a rule over there. Whenever patient comes to take the patient in and start the treatment, and that's how Beena and Prakash at least got the first aid, the first treatment, and they got very much saved, luckily.
Okay.
And then our driver was also there, who happened to be my father's friend. We had taken on rental car and all, and we two were there together. Then one of my mama, next day he came along with my cousin mama and all, and Chacha and his son, and apparently those Chacha and son were to collect only death certificate of my mom and dad. They never did anything. They just took death certificate. And eventually on this happened on 4th. We did cremation, everything in Kanyakumari, and on 8th we were in Bombay hospital. And then the treatment started after 15 days. Doctor initially said no use, nothing to start, no doing to my brother and sister because they are not going to survive. It was a shock of 11,000 volts electricity, main electricity board, which comes from the main cable. So initially doctor denied completely that we are not going to do anything. But then something happened after 1 week or 10 days. Doctor had to operate because it was nothing but a miracle. Doctor said, "Okay, let's try." And then this started. And then initially there was no one with us. But then one, I can say, I do not know what exact to say, angel or holy person, Dr. Sujal Kamble. She came and she literally used to come and meet all three of us. She used to come once or twice in a week at that time. But then all of a sudden she guessed something and she gave me one mantra which I'm following today also. God puts to test only to those whom he knows who can pass the test. And I have edited the version who are eligible for test at least, because I couldn't pass the test maybe, but at least I was able to appear for the test. And then something happened, and we something happened, and we took there was no money at all for us. And in Bombay's hospital is a very rich, expensive hospital. There were too much of bills, overhead cost run and everything. So, and no relatives, no one used to come to us. So ultimately we decided that we'll finish up and we'll go up.
So, ma'am, I would like to say, like, it's an intense thing, but a very funny thing. So, yeah, like when we shifted to Bombay Hospital, I was in ICU, and then there were lots, like, हमारे treatments बंद हो चुके थे मेरे और मेरे भाई के.
Because of no bills paid.
Yeah, so हमारे bill like काफी like 3 lakh something हुआ था. This was in 98. So मैं तो already I had no idea because parents के बारे में मुझे नहीं पता था. This news was not broken to me and Prakash. But somewhere subconsciously I knew that कुछ तो ठीक नहीं है. So lot of thing, like, I was all alone. Ajay and Prakash एक साथ थे, but me being a girl, Ajay could not help me. So I was just lying alone. And lot of tubes, like mom dad के time पे मैं कभी clinic में भी 1 या 2 बार गई रहूंगी. And suddenly this is hospital and सब जगह से tubes and nose tube and whatever. And so that thing was very traumatic for me. मुझे जो भी मिलने आता था, I had only one wish that please bring me poison, and people used to like stop coming and meeting me. So I can be an excellent. I always thought that I can't convince people, but now I realize I'm an excellent influencer. तो मैंने अजय को इन्फ्लुएंस कर लिया that please just मुझे poison दे दो and do whatever you all want. So Ajay काफी टक्कर because yeah, everybody was there. Dr. Kumkum, Dr. Sheetal, Dr. Sujal दीदी सब थे. But वो किसी से अपने दिल की बात नहीं बोल पा रहा था. And somewhere he felt that finance so obviously he has to arrange, and there was not a literally single penny with him. Dad का भी कुछ, like, we did not have such inheritance, तो कुछ था नहीं. So he said नहीं, अगर जाएंगे तो तीनों साथ में जाएंगे, नहीं तो नहीं जाएंगे. I said ठीक है, मैं तो जा रही हूँ, तुम लोग को आना है तुम भी आ जाओ, but I'm going for sure. So finally I convinced him that please go and bring poison. He's a science student, like he said. I saw Princess Street. And he got proper sulfate.
Okay, I have to put a disclaimer here. Please don't try this at home.
Absolutely, do not ever.
I got cupric sulfate.
We
Oh my
consumed
God.
it. And then
You can't give the name of the chemical, Ajoy.
but the funny thing was, हमारा पूरा body अंदर से जल रहा है, and I was furious, I was angry. ये जब
No, before
मुझे
I like to interrupt. Sorry, I like to interrupt over here. Beena was constantly telling me that give me poison and I want to go. I said, how can I let you go? I'll be in jail. Then I said, if we'll go together. Otherwise, nothing that sort of thing. So I continuously, I was trying to convince my brother that say Beena is selling this, what we should do. He said, let her go. He's that kind of guy. She wants to go, let her go. We will stay and we will fight back. I said, how is it possible that you will just stay and we'll let her go? So this thing happened for approximately 15 or 20 days. This thing literally, convincing her and convincing him. Both were in different wards, so 50 wards in one ward and 50 patients in another ward. So I was just running here and there, and making, convincing both of them. And operations were every alternate day operations were there, this, that, and all. So all of a sudden we decided that, okay, now it's confirmed. We have so much of problems and all, and we will go. I brought cupric sulfate. I made the solution in the morning itself, and I kept it ready in that, dabba and everything. We decided that we will have in the night, in the evening or something, after when Dr. Sujal and everyone leaves, we will have it. But then me and Prakash decided, no, first we'll have our dinner and then we'll have poison and then we'll go. We don't want to go without our dinner.
So yeah, ये लोग का ये आज भी है, पहले डिनर कर लो फिर जो भी करना है करो. But then what happened was, like, I was so angry क्योंकि अब मुझे कुछ हुआ नहीं है, and ऊपर से, like, my entire अंदर का पूरा body चल रहा था. I'm like, एक poison लाने बोला था, वो भी ढंग का नहीं लाया. What have you done?
That was mainly because of before. It's very interesting thing to be noted over here. Before consuming poison, it was Janmashtami. Lord Krishna's birthday was there, and Bombay Hospital on first floor they have made one temple with huge size Lord Krishna temple, Lord Krishna Murti. So I went there in the night around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock when they were preparing for the Krishna Janam, and I prayed him. Again, I went around 4 o'clock when it was, the Krishna Janam was done and the prasadam was distributed and all. I had that prasadam. I prayed him that, see, Lord Krishna, we are totally tired up now. We cannot do anything. We have nothing to do. That's why we are coming to you. So you have to take us, but on one condition. Either you will take three of us together, or you will keep three of us, here only. You are not going to do that. You have taken two. दो को डेथ दे दिया and एक बच गया, या दो को बचा लिया और एक को डेथ दे दिया. This should not happen. So that's why this poison did not work, I guess.
Then, ma'am, we realized like surviving, like we survived that episode. Yeah, I take complete ownership. मुझे वो नहीं सोचना था, नहीं बोलना था. But at that moment, that was something that I needed. But what happened after that was everybody, like, Ajoy was known as a pillar of strength for all of us, like for me and for Prakash. He used to always laugh, always smile, always be that caring, nurturing brother. So everybody thought that everything is smooth. But after this episode, people realized that something is not right and something has gone drastically wrong. And after that, Dr. Sujal Didi and her team, entire team, उन्होंने बहुत केयर लिया. डॉक्टर कुमकुम ने बहुत केयर लिया. एंड देन Dr. Sujal Didi and Dr. Radha, I'm sorry, Radha Didi, right? Yeah,
yes,
she's a journalist. उन्होंने हमारा एक आर्टिकल पब्लिश किया था ना, लीडिंग
in Times of India, and that was Sunday Times.
Yeah. So after reading that article, after reading that newspaper, we have got, even today, like we keep receiving immense love, immense support, and very generous support from everybody in Mumbai and even outside of Mumbai. So that has given me strength to keep going in life.
So beautiful. At this point, I want to ask Nisha ji. Nisha ji, what are your did Nisha ji enter it this time, or was it the next step?
Later.
Okay.
Later.
Yeah,
Okay.
They were still in Bombay
Yes.
Hospital. They
Yes.
came to Wadia Hospital.
Ajay,
I
Yes.
think Ajay will
Okay.
say.
So Ajoy, tell us about that, and then Nisha ji can add to it.
So, I mean, many people, after reading our article, all the people came and helped us. Like, we were their own family members. Like the first time, we do not know that who came first, because I was myself on treatment at my chacha's house because my entire throat was burned. So I was not there. Beena and Prakash were not that stable also. So we just had, we do not know who came in first, but like Mrs. Saroj Khanna, Mrs. Engineer, and her family, especially Alanti, along with Mrs. Setna and Baljivan Trust, then Mrs. Mama and her family and her friends, Mrs. Homai Modi of Red Cross Society, Mrs. Roma Malkani of Rotary Club, Mrs. Ranjana Datta Roy, Mrs. Naithani, and the entire ONGC family, and especially Mr. Abhay Rajadhyaksha, who is a lawyer, and he pitched in one of his friends from US, because Bombay Hospital was not relieving us as a, they were not relieving Beena and Prakash as a patient to shift to Wadia Hospital, despite several requests done by Mrs. Engineer and Mrs. Mama. So Mr. Abhay arranged for some, fund, emergency fund at that time, some US dollars check at that time, but Bombay Hospital denied that also. Then something they did, and they anyhow managed, and I still remember it was 20th October 98 that it was just before day of Diwali, 2 days before Diwali, that we were shifted to Wadia Hospital.
Wadia Hospital.
So ma'am, yeah, Sarojini auntie, and like unka pyar itna hai, even like today, like we go to her place, even now, she will generously cook a wholesome meal, and हम सोचते हैं कि हम घर पे तो वो सत्ते पे सत्ता पे वो जो अमिताभ बच्चन सब जंगली जैसे रहते हैं, we live like that. So when we go to her place, we get such yummy food. Arnava's mama auntie and her daughters Krishnam Didi, Pariza Didi, So I was craving for some homemade food. Like I'm a big time homemade food fan, and I did not get it at that time. तो मैंने तो खाना ही बंद कर दिया था. तो only time I've had food is जब मामा आंटी घर से भिंडी की सब्जी बना के लेके आते थे मेरे लिए. And then Bulia auntie, Wala auntie, Roshan auntie, उन्होंने बाल जीवन trust, like they have this, like they have founded बाल जीवन trust, and that trust is something very close to my heart even today. वहाँ के बच्चों को आज जाके मैं मिलती हूँ. So that thing has completely shifted. I remember Dr. Anand Kukani. So like I was in a very depressive phase at that time. एंड एक बार मैंने देखा कि सब लोग आते हैं मोटिवेशनल मुझे वो स्पीच देके जाते हैं कि सब अच्छा होगा, सब अच्छा होगा. So I had completely withdrawn myself from everything. One fine day I see there is this gentleman, a doctor coming and like approaching me and trying to talk to me. तो मैंने तो पहले ही like curtains बोल दिया लगा दो, I don't want to talk to anyone. And then I realized 30 minutes he was still there, like Dr. Gukani. And he was still there. He's such a big doctor, doctor of repute. And so I felt, I don't know उस टाइम पे मुझे क्या फील हुआ था, गुस्सा आ रहा था, like I'm like I was in gratitude also that he stood for me. He held my hand, and till today I am holding his hand, and like he's guiding me in my life. So I owe big time to him. So this was about Bombay Hospital का जो था हमारा जो bill, like Ajay said, it had gone up to like 3 lakh, 4 lakh. Ranjana auntie, Anita auntie, पूरे ONGC family ने हमें, everybody started to like start raising fund for us. Roma auntie ने किया था. There were so many things like हमारे पास Ajay did not have a single rupee. तो वो खुद तो खाने ही नहीं मिलता था. हम लोग भी काफी टाइम से कुछ अच्छा नहीं खाया था. When people started coming, they said like, what do you want to eat? So typical Mumbaikar pav bhaji khani hai. There was one fine day I remember. 8 से 10 लोगों ने पाव भाजी लाके रखा था. हम सोच रहे थे कब खत्म होगा अभी. There were so many chocolates. There were so many fruits. So this is the kind of love like we have received, and we receive it even today. Like God,
So many
yeah,
people,
touch
so many
wood,
people.
yeah. Then we transitioned. सब लोग ने फंड रेज जो हमारे लिए किया था, रेड क्रॉस सोसाइटी, बाल जीवन ट्रस्ट, रंजना आंटी, ONGC family, and then we moved to Wadia Hospital. Yeah.
And then Nishanti.
Yes. Yes. So then
So
we went to
you
Wadia.
now, okay. So then your this angel came into your life, the one that is
Yes.
overseeing you
Yes,
guys
now
even
Nishanti
today.
came. Yes.
Yes.
Now Nishanti came over here along with Mrs. Maureen Varia. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just before Ajoy and Beena start that, Nisha ji, would you like to? What are your earliest memories about your children? About these children?
These children. I will first pay my due respect to Mrs. Wadia, who has been a wonderful person. Because of her, I had an opportunity to start the HIY clinic and the pediatric ward in Wadia Hospital. I was a counselor and a social worker. My husband was to fly for Mr. Nasli Wadia as a senior pilot. And that's how she said, "What are you doing?" So I said, "I am a social worker and a counselor." And I joined Wadia on honorary basis. There, for few days, till I had joined earlier, before I could meet them, I was asked by Mrs. Wadia, there are three kids who need special attention, and I would like if you could take them up. So that's how I was introduced to the ward, pediatric ward, and I used to go for my rounds. And I used to be in my saris only. And this girl had, as she mentioned, she had withdrawal symptoms. She would see anybody coming, she would, ask, screen aage karo. The screen, she didn't want the curtain to be, no one to come and talk to her. So I made it a point to go and speak to her and find out why she's like this. Then 2-3 days it was general talk, how are you and all. When I came to know the entire history, and I didn't have to tell them what I knew about it, so I started giving her over protection, as a daughter, as a child. She needed that love of her. She started saying, "Moment you walk in, I'm waiting for you. You look like my mother. You are my mother. Where's my mother? When can I see my mother?" And I knew what has happened. So then I told her, "I'm your mother. You don't have to worry about whatever you need, you tell me." And this girl hugged me, and she wrote a note on a small, prescription paper के ऊपर फाड़ के उसने उसके ऊपर लिखा हुआ था, I admire you. You are my sunshine. You are my sunflower. I had worn,
Oh,
I had a sari with sunflowers on it. So she said, "You are my
oh,
sunflower." And
oh,
I was told for this girl. Then she told me all about our dear Ajoy and Prakash. Prakash ko also I used to see, visit him. But this girl was very, very emotional. Prakash was a naughty brat. And Ajay had been a real mother and a father to both the kids. The way he has brought both of them, and whenever they went through adolescent problems, they used to ask me, I used to guide them, and in a very diplomatic manner. I didn't want to discourage Ajay because I knew he is a mother because she's growing up, and Prakash was naughty, so he would say, मेरे को तो खाली रामायण देखने को मिलता है, मेरे को खाली वो देखने को मिलता है. They had one TV, and all three of them, when I'm talking hospital का stay वगैरह, they were
होने
going
के
through a
बाद.
lot of treatments, yeah. But their personal life, when they shifted and they were, trust was formed so that they don't have financial problems, they can stand. And I will tell you, everyone slowly started withdrawing, but they stood up on their own. Whatever they are today, it's with their own courage, their own strength, and togetherness of brothers and sisters. Ajay is no doubt a very good, very, very humble, loving brother. He is a father and mother. And I used to tell this Beena, don't worry, if he scolds, na, thoda sun lene ka. And then just after when his anger is down, he is overprotective. He was overprotective.
Right.
Now days have changed where children are getting lots of opportunity. But when they were growing, and Ajay always felt that my parents are not there. If anything goes wrong, he will be blamed. That was his psychology. So that's how Beena and Prakash, then they started, they never used to go out anywhere. Then we started mingling. My husband was also part and parcel in taking care of them. Whatever best we could do, the love and care basically. First is giving them the belongingness that they have some godfather with them. That Ajay will tell and Beena will tell how they felt being, after we joined them.
Okay. Over to you, Ajay, Bina.
Yeah.
Helicopter,
Yes.
helicopter.
Do you want to add something to
Nisha,
this?
yeah. Thank you, Nishanti. You are our source of love and the fondest memories that we have. We cannot forget the way you and Rajpal uncle has always helped us, always been by our side. जब भी निशा आंटी को हम मिले थे मुझे उतना वो वाडिया हॉस्पिटल का उतना याद नहीं है बट देन यू नो आई वाज मिसिंग दैट कंफर्ट एक जैसे लाइक आई टोल्ड यू इन द बिगनिंग दैट मॉम का लैप इज समथिंग दैट आई ऑलवेज क्रेव फॉर एंड निशा आंटी के थ्रू मुझे वो कंफर्ट मिलता था लाइक एक सिर पे हाथ रख के सहलाना क्योंकि इट हैड बीन लाइक ऑलमोस्ट अ ईयर नोबडी हैड डन दैट एंड निशा आंटी ने जब किया था इट फेल्ट दैट्स ह्यूज कनेक्ट लव यू निशा आंटी फॉर दिस
I
एक
love you.
राजपाल अंकल
Oh,
लाइक सो जब हम हॉस्पिटल से मतलब हमारे हम लोग का जब डिस्चार्ज होके व्हेन वी हैड कम होम सो प्रकाश he was 11-year old at that time and he was a huge fan of like chopper ride chahiye now this is a distant dream for a child especially like a middle class family se hai और अभी तो like the things have changed completely it was a distant dream तो उसने एक बार ऐसे ही बातों बातों में शायद से कुछ चॉपर जा रहा था राजपाल अंकल वाज सिटिंग देयर एंड ही सेड दैट आई लव चॉपर एंड सडनली वन डे वी गेट अ कॉल फ्रॉम राजपाल अंकल एंड प्रकाश के बर्थडे के दिन वी थ्री ऑफ अस हैड अ चॉपर राइड सो दैट वाज अ ड्रीम कम ट्रू फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस
And one more thing,
that is so.
one more thing. When we went to Nishanti's house first time, literally Rajpal uncle, I do not know whether he cracked a joke or he told something in reality. The moment he saw Beena, he said, "Am I looking some Swedish girl?"
No, we have come to your place and we used to enjoy like my dad was very witty my dad was very sarcastic joke karna
Very
fun
much.
karna so we crave for that thing and everything we found जब हम राजपाल अंकल के घर पे जाते थे I remember this one episode जब हम like last time when we get visited Nisha auntie एक हेल्पर है वो बाहर जा रहे थे शी इज लाइक वेरी नाइसली पोलाइटली सीकिंग परमिशन and this is Prakash had specifically wanted me to say this thing. So she's like, "मैं जाओ," and Rajpal uncle is like, very quick, "Nariyal fodu," and we are just laughing. That was so quick, so pretty. So we laughed at you.
No, so cool. That is so cool. So, I just want to read one comment that we've got for Nisha ji. Nisha Rajpal, this is from Yashpal. Nisha Rajpal, you've raised me up big time. Thank you for having been there for these children. Dil se dua. So he's like there, and the same person said, like, when you were talking about your having gulped some bad things to go away. He said the kids made such a light work of their attempt, but cannot imagine their predicament that prompted them to even think of it. So, yes, like, how you said that your doctors had completely, now started paying
This
more
completely
attention
yes.
to you guys. Yeah.
So that was
Okay. So,
not
yeah, go on.
yes.
Please go on.
Oh,
Okay, so what I want to ask Ajoy is, what were some of your biggest decisions that you had to take, and how do you see the whole journey right now? Like, like all this, or
what
if you can, do you want to?
yes, as I told that the moment I finished my SSC, I was pushed into that goldsmith job, wherein we used to
Hmm.
learn that making golden ornaments, and it's a family business. Somehow I wanted to be, as I told that I wanted to become a scientist, something in the field of science, something in the field of chemistry and physics. But I couldn't do that.
Hmm.
I had to drop my studies because of this thing. After this incident, Mr. Sanjay Naran came in through Miss
Yeah.
Nilanjana Das.
Yeah.
She also came to Wadi Hospital to meet us. She saw our history and she introduced us to Mr. Sanjay Naran. And Mr. Naran immediately told one thing to me, what I can do for you. I said, right now, there is, first of all, touchwood, there is no medicine to Beena and Prakash because in Wadia Hospital, every medicine was stopped. They were completely healed and cured and ready for, to go to home. So Mr. Naran just told me one thing, what I can do for you. I said, right now we do not have any requirement, but I will let you in the future. He said, doesn't matter. In future we'll see something. Literally, he told me, in future we'll see something for you. Right now I'm offering a job. Are you ready to do it? Immediately I said yes, and I took
Yeah.
up the job in Birdie's cake shop. At that time it was selling the premium cakes and pastries, and I joined there. That was one of the biggest decisions. I took my decision on my own. I never wanted to do that goldsmith job, and I shifted to cakes and pastries business. This, when I look back, I can see that I have today, whatever I am there today, I'm able to speak. I'm able to do something on my own. Is because of not only my decision, but because of Mr. Sanjay Naran.
Okay.
And thank you, Nilanjan Didi, also for that.
So, ma'am, he's being very modest and he's a very logical person. He does not really reflect or introspective within. तो वो
Right.
insight he share कर रहा है, he's like very shying away from those things. His biggest decisions, what I feel, is because he was just 20-year-old at that time, and suddenly, like,
Hmm.
no parents, no money, so much of finances, brothers and sisters are battling for their lives. तो बहुत कुछ चल रहा था at that very young age. जैसे हम हॉस्पिटल में जाते, like, my brother and I, we had to undergo amputation. So when we
Hmm.
go on the whatever, like, we have to sign those paper. He had to take that decision that I allow this to happen to my brothers and to my brother and sister. So those decisions, there were decisions like, उसके खुद के पास पैसे नहीं है, and how can we arrange everything? How do we meet people? What to do? He has taken toughest of decisions, which I feel that वो age में बहुत ही raw age थी, and he has
Correct.
taken his decisions in his life. Yeah.
Absolutely. That is so beautiful. I mean, I can actually imagine those moments. Absolutely. For
Yes.
Beena, were there any regrets, or do you carry any guilt which is influencing your life today?
Um, so one thing, like, I remember, and I have never told him this, but I think I'll take this moment to say, when we were in hospital, Bombay Hospital, I was all by myself, and I'm a person, I love comics even to this day. तो शाम को 7 बजे there used to be a comic, वो मतलब एक बुक्स बेचने आता था
Yes,
हॉस्पिटल में.
newspaper and comics.
Yeah. And every day I used to tell him, भाई एक book चाहिए, एक book लेके दे, and every, because I didn't know at that time, like you know what financial crunch is going through. उसने मुझे बोला था that dad south में है and he's arranging for funds, and maybe I thought he has money. Every day I asked him for a book. एंड जब मुझे काफी टाइम के बाद पता चला कि मॉम डैड तो बहुत लाइक यू नो इंस्टेंटली वही इंस्टेंट पे उन लोग की डेथ हो चुकी थी, ऑल दिस व्हाइल आई वाज डिमांडिंग समथिंग फ्रॉम हिम. So I became little like मुझे नहीं करना चाहिए था. I should have thought carefully, you know. So that is one thing that is still there in my heart. Today I have a lot of comics, but somewhere I feel that
No time to read now because she has gone. Herself is so busy in her life now doing this job, that activity, especially for Baljivan and all. So now she doesn't have that much time. But I'm sorry that I couldn't arrange comics at that
no,
time
no,
for
no,
her.
no, no. So absolutely, it was my thing. But ma'am, you are like to say Nilanjana Didi. So you know, I mean, for I was a 13-year-old teenage girl. I used to be a very creative person. Used to love art, and suddenly there's no one to talk. I'm all by myself, and I was going through a lot of emotional and mental turmoil. तो जब नीलंजना दीदी हमें मिलने आए थे, she came after reading the article that was published in that newspaper. Nilanjana Didi showered her love and everything, her blessings. She used to bring crayons for us, drawing book for me, and that was a healing process. That was the first step towards healing. And Nilanjana Didi, if you're watching this today, again, love you so much for this. Uh, वो जो एक मैंने दीदी से सीखा है, इवन टुडे कोई भी बच्चों से मैं मिलती हूँ, द फर्स्ट थिंग आई डू इज I give them crayons and book because they are able to express themselves better. So that is one thing I've learned from this incident. Yeah. And then Sanjay
Oh,
sir. So Sanjay sir has changed our life. One thing like I regret sometimes not taking that conscious responsibility. But जब हम वाडिया हॉस्पिटल में थे एंड वाडिया मैम इज लाइक वेरी लविंग वेरी प्रोटेक्टिव, उन्होंने क्लियरली बोला था जब तक बच्चे ठीक नहीं होते आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गिव डिस्चार्ज. So and then Sanjay sir ने मुझे पूछा था, Beena, what do you want? Like he asked him, Ajoy, he asked me as well, Beena, what do you want? And I told sir, घर जाना, I just want to be at home. So I was paralyzed. I was not able to walk. Prakash was not able to walk, and Vadia मैम का कंसर्न था कि नहीं भेजना है. So Sanjay sir ने सारे responsibility खुद पे ले लिए थे, and he said that I'm taking the entire responsibility, and that thing has stayed, that lesson has stayed with me today. If my kids want something, I am able to take that responsibility, that हो जाएगा, don't worry, I will take care of it. So that is one thing that I have learned, and I've forgotten about the regrets of not being a responsible person somewhere in my life.
absolutely, absolutely. There is
And one more thing.
one more. Yeah, please go
One
on.
more, sorry to interrupt. One more thing. Miss, as I told that Mr. Sanjay Narang, he just told us when I went to meet him to BCU office. I still remember that day. He asked me, "What do you want?" I said, "I right now do not want anything, but I'll let you in the future." He said, "Doesn't matter. I will see to it." Next day, early morning, he came to meet Beena and Prakash when I was not in the hospital, and he asked them, "What do you want?" They said, "We want to go home." Next day, he arranged meeting with Dr. Arvind Vartak, and he said, "I want to take these kids home no matter what." So Dr. Arvind Vartak said, "How can you take these kids to home? They are not able to walk also properly, and the wounds are still there." He said, "Doesn't matter. I will take care." And he immediately got our house renovated, and he put Beena, Prakash, and me all three together back to our house. And about Mrs.
Wow.
Vadia, yes, one more thing, very interesting, a motherly figure. I was not getting food at all. Means I was just having something, left over of Beena and Prakash or what or something like that.
From the ward.
So Mrs. Vadia, when she came to know, some sister Shankari told her that this is been happening. Immediately she ordered that even Ajay will get two times food, one in the afternoon lunch and one in the evening dinner. Even he must have food, even he must get educated, and we will see something for him also. But the due course time took something different course, and we were in Mr. Sanjay Naran Singh, and we came back home, and this thing happened.
Wow. Nisha ji, this one is for you. Gurdeep Singh ji says, Nisha ji, have known you for over 15 years very closely, but had not known this part about you, feeling very, very proud about you and Captain Rajpal. So sweet. So,
Thank
Nisha ji, do you want to add anything here at this point?
Yeah. What I have seen of Ajay, Beena, and Prakash, and as a counselor, I was not a counselor at that moment, but I treated them like my own kids. If something happens to my kids were also very small those days, and my husband was a pilot. I used to always have an insecure feeling. So I always looked at other kids as my own kids. And when I saw
Right,
them turning, and what I see them today, they are example to today's kids and society, that they were not dependent. They never said they are wanting. Their wants were little, their desires were very little, and they are what today is all by themselves. We all gave them a push, but not that we were on their head. But Ajay took his decision. Beena is a beautiful girl, challenging girl. I'm after her and Ajay to get married once the time their age comes. They will get married. They have to have their own families. Okay, Ajay, that is my dream with
Sorry,
you.
auntie. Sorry, auntie.
Yeah,
I've just completed my graduation in the year
yeah, yeah.
2016. After 16 years, so I'm too young now. I'm too young. I have a whole life to spend.
Yeah, yeah. Not now, another few years, so that Beena can have freedom, Prakash can have freedom. Okay.
Lakshman Joshi says, just 1 second, this is a beautiful thing. God bless you all. It must be painful and difficult to recollect those things. I'm struggling to control my emotions hearing your story. Me too, Mr. Lakshman. Proud of you and how you've shaped your paths. Really inspiring. Thank you, Mrs. Nisha, for being a mother to Beena and Ajoy. That is so cute.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I think, Beena, you were going to say something at this point. Were you saying something?
No मैम या लाइक
Okay.
निशा जी ने जैसे काउंसलिंग का बोला था आई थिंक इट्स somewhere started because at that point in time I had no idea what is counseling, what is psychology, and somewhere like Nisha auntie, you have turned my life completely.
Our,
Thank you
our,
so
Yeah.
much.
our.
Yes. My career has changed completely. There was a time when I was like doing very well in my job. I had quit my studies क्योंकि financial needs थे घर पर. I had quit my job. Everything I had quit. And then one day when I thought that now I have to do something different, this is not sustainable. और तब मुझे पता नहीं था what do I do, and suddenly I felt that psychology is something that will help me. And Nishanti, since then, like psychology is what I have taken up as my career, my profession, and yeah, I'm enjoying. I found a meaning to life now.
I'm so happy.
Wow.
I'm so happy for you all. I think I've achieved
Thank
some
you.
of my goals in life. I'm very happy for you all. And
Wow.
I'll always stand by you. Okay. And that
So
you
Thank
know.
you.
beautiful.
They were the
Thank you.
So
main guest. When my daughter got married, they were the special guest. They refused to come. I said, "You will be the people whom I want first. I don't care for
Yeah,
anybody else."
we, I, we,
Yeah.
we still remember, auntie, we were given the special turbans to wear, me and Prakash. We are given,
Yeah.
and which are given only for family members in Punjabis. I still
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. You are my family.
wow.
You are my family.
So beautiful. So beautiful. So Beena, this is okay. This is again for Ajoy. What was it like growing up with the new life?
It was a complete new experience, first of all, basically, but I was totally blank. But at the same
Okay.
time, I was not afraid then, because one of the greatest mantra given to me by Dr. Sujal Kamble, ex-doctor at Bombay Hospital, we
Mm,
fondly call her Sujal Didi, that God puts
mm.
to test only to those whom he knows who can pass the test, or at
Yes.
least who are eligible for the test. This is, I have my detailed
Right.
version. I stick to
Right.
this mantra. Whatever challenges that came on my way, daily, there was a different challenge. There was different something new, something this, something that. But I took it up and I went ahead, and today I'm here where I stand today.
So beautiful. And Ajay, what is your source of strength and in whom do you find your support? Ajay and Beena both can
Uh,
answer this.
yeah, first of all, I would like to answer definitely. First of all, even till today also, until I'm there, Dr. Sweetal did this mantra, God puts to test only to those. And secondly, my immense belief in my God, Lord Shiva.
Wow. Beautiful.
Power.
So, ma'am,
That's power.
this is a yeah very tough. It's not tough question, but एक लाइन में समराइज करना मेरे लिए बहुत टफ रहेगा. माई सोर्स ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन इज everybody that I have met in my life, like Nisha auntie, Rajpal uncle, and like right from Sujal Didi, she taught me what it is to be so nurturing. Nilanjana Didi, to be so loving in life. My closest friend right now, Jayashri auntie, she is a tremendous mother figure to me. Gul ma'am, जिनके साथ मैं रहती हूँ. I have Geeta Didi, I have Mahindra Jiju, I have Neelam auntie. There are so many people who keep shaping my life every day,
Hmm.
and they are
Hmm.
source of my inspiration. And my kids, I absolutely can't live without my kids. And of course, Ajoy and Prakash, no matter how much we fight, but yeah, they are my
Okay.
source of inspiration, my strength.
I like to mention
I
over
see.
here. Let's say okay, after I mean right now we do not have this office going job and all. So whenever there is office, we come home, we fight something, whatever. But at the end, some of us, any of us, will make tea and will serve each other
Yeah.
at night around
Oh,
12.
that
Hmm. And
सबने
also,
that.
टीवी तोड़ा है.
also,
Yeah, we have broken a TV क्योंकि हमारे इतने fights होते थे. Chairs
I
तोड़े
know
हैं.
that
We
was the
have
most
this.
Tell us
shocking
about
news to
that.
me.
Tell us, Nisha ji, tell us why did they break the TV? Everybody should know.
Yeah. You know what happened? I got a complaint from Prakash from Beena, and apna Ajay had his way of expressing. So one wanted to see one sports channel, one wanted to see something, what Chitrahar or whatever it was, and I've forgotten that. I'm also getting old now, no? I have
Om Namah
already
Shivaya,
looked.
Om Namah Shivaya, and Jai Jai Hanuman.
हाँ तो दे थिंक आंटी खाली हमको ओम नमो शिवाय हनुमान चालीसा सो वो ना रहेगी बांस ना बजेगी बांसुरी सो दे ब्रोक द टीवी so everyone will be happy no fights in the house all will be cooperative so they don't have a TV till date
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah
Till date, we do not have a TV
And
now.
we don't have fights now.
no
TV के
fight
लिए.
oh, so good, so good. Okay, so tell us now, Beena, I want to know where are all of you there? You want to tell us about Prakash first, since he's not here. Prakash, we miss you. We bitched about you, we talked about
We
you,
love
and
it.
we said we really missed you here. So okay, so Beena, would you first tell us about Prakash and then you or whoever, and then we can. Where are you guys now? What are you doing?
First of all, just I have to tell about Prakash. He is my Persian cat.
Oh,
So Prakash, welcome. It won't be off from. So Prakash, like Ajay said, he's always optimistic in life. He has we all have like three of us, and in fact everybody we have our own challenges. But Prakash is someone who is living up to my dad's dream. वो बंदा अकेले जाके he has done all ज्योतिर्लिंग के जो दर्शन करने रहते he has done that. He has trekked the highest mountain. अगर आज भी वो हमें बोल के गया है that मुझे कुछ client meeting attend करनी है, that's why I can't join the call. But we never know अगर वो कोई mountain में जाके बैठा होगा तो. So he goes to Himalaya. He loves to bungee jumping. He loves to skydiving. The reason it's very inspiring क्योंकि co-pilots खुद बोलते थे that it's very risky, because he has undergone certain things and that is still there. तो उनके लिए बहुत difficult होता है skydive करना and everything. But Prakash's spirit is so high. He said that this is what I want to do, and he does it. Constantly on the move, an explorer, and he's very happy in his workplace.
does
He
he have a
loves
girlfriend
crunching with numbers. फैमिली होगी आंटी शायद से बिकॉज वी डोंट नो बार बार उत्तराखंड जाके क्यों रहता है.
I have to come home now I have to come home one day now
And one more thing. Definitely I must invite to you, all of you. Prakash makes very nice, very excellent tea. I can say is nothing but nothing less than a nectar.
oh
And अगर
oh.
आपको toast करना है then you all must come to dinner. Ajay makes excellent diet food. When he makes food हम कोई नहीं खाते, वो कुछ भी नहीं खाता.
you all come
Okay.
home
No, seriously.
thanks
Seriously, I must tell one thing that in this lockdown, of course, gratitude to all those who have lost their near ones and dear ones and their jobs and all. But I have lost something is my, maybe some ignorance was there, maybe some attitude was, I lost that, and moreover, I have lost my weight in lockdown.
Yeah,
Wow. But you were never
very
That's
fat,
good.
calling for all
Ajay.
girls. He's an eligible bachelor.
No, 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 no.
Oh
Still
yes,
now, still time is there. Much time is there.
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
to
We
work
could,
as well.
yeah, yeah. So we are telling everybody through this video, we are actually finding a beautiful girl for a
No,
Joy who
no
can
ways.
meet his grat. Great. Okay. So Beena, tell us about you. Where are you now? What are you doing?
So I work as a, like, for my calling was that I have to listen to people. क्योंकि शायद से I felt somewhere that I did not get a listening ear, and this is what I do. I work in organizations as an organization development, where I get to interact with a lot of people, find their strengths, and that is something that I don't talk about. But what I really love to talk about is my connect with children as a counselor. So
Okay.
this is what I do. I juggle between corporate world in NGOs, and listening is something like, no, listening to people is what I do. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Ajoy, where are you now? What are you doing?
As I told that I took one of the biggest decision, which was a turning point in my life, thanks to Mr. Nilanjana Didi and Mr. Sanjay Naran, who gave me an opportunity to shift myself completely where I could have been just downtrodden in the goldsmith's job. Today, I had to leave that job for better prospect, and today I'm working in one of the share broking firm under Mr. Kamlesh Mehta, and he post me to various different brokers. Right now, he has posted me to one of the topmost broker in India, Share Khan Limited, wherein I work at back end office, and I'm doing great. My bosses are also happy with me; they do not have any complaint, and all this happened because thanks to Mr. Naran, that he gave me an opportunity to come up something. And one more thing, yes, I would like to say something about Beena. As I told that since I was not HSC even at that time, I had to quit my studies. Just HSC appeared and failed, and I quit my studies to do that government job. It was Beena in the year 2010 when we both felt that yes, I need to study, and I felt that when she has done MA, she has studied a lot, so why should I lag behind? Even I must study. And my brother Prakash, he was also graduate. So she found out that since I'm not able to do my complete my HSC from Mumbai University, she found out on her own the one of the NIS University in Gurgaon, and I still remember that was so heavy bag. The postman denied to bring in the books from post office to our home.
Oh,
She went all the way to post office, brought the books for me, and she said, "Now you study." And today.
oh,
I am there, whatever, because of her also. Of course, my brother Prakash also.
So
oh.
नहीं, firstly तो like living with Ajay is like living with a एक headache. तो मैं चाहती थी कि वो पढ़ाई में अपना ध्यान रहे and हमें थोड़ा कम परेशान करे.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So I'm so happy that,
Yeah.
everything turned out beautifully, in the end. Isha ji, would you like to tell our viewers about their courage, their grit, and where they are now? Would you like to tell something to our
I would like to just sum up by saying that what I saw these kids and what they are today, and they are an example to today's kids. Any problem, today's world, we all are going through ups and downs. You people have shown through this channel to the kids, future kids, and the adults also, that any problem should be faced with smile, accept what God has given you, and move on. If you don't move on, you lag behind and you keep on. There are some people who always keep crying over everything. The only person who will help you is God. Have faith in God, and your problem will be solved. What you people are doing today, I'm very happy. I will be meeting you soon. You'll be coming home. It was because
Yes,
of
yes.
COVID we could meet, and you have to set and grow in your life and keep spreading this message that nothing is impossible. Yes, parents are required. Without parents, because of the values that they taught you, the way they have brought you up, today you all are independent. You could have taken shelter with any of your relatives, but I'm very proud of all three of you because you are independent. Nobody needs to be on your head, excepting Ajay.
No, no. Right now they are above me. I have to beg them to please leave me alone.
I'm so happy. Leave them alone. Let them have their life now. Vana?
Yes,
Beena?
yes, yes. Actually, this has I have learned one more thing in my life, that no, we all three are individuals. We are different
Yeah.
personalities. We all three have to live our own life. No one
Yes.
should mingle or meddle in each other's life. And this is what I practice. We are happy.
Very good.
Beautiful.
I see a lot of change
Beautiful.
in Ajay. Beena, he has changed drastically.
वो ग्रेजुएशन कर लिया ना इसलिए he's
हाँ,
grown up.
more
I
mature हो
think
गया है.
One more thing. I have just finished my graduation, and now I'm trying to pursue my LLB. Hopefully, with your God's and your blessings, I'll do that also.
Oh,
So
good.
less harassment for them now.
कोर्ट में लेके जाएगा वो
Good.
हमें।
बिल्ली रहने दो उसको.
Amazing. I know. Just one comment I want to read. Rohit Mehta says, Ajay, I know him since 3 years and I closely saw how nicely he did in doing the roles of a parent to Beena and Prakash. Salla siblings are truly fighters and inspire so many people. And Rashmi has been commenting, Beena and Ajay, your experience would be ever inspiring story for anyone's life. What a complimentary relation. God bless you. And Anita Nethani says, Beena and Ajay, love you loads and proud of three of you. Anita auntie.
Thank you, auntie. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now at this point, Beena, like we're almost an hour and 6 minutes. Beena, would you like to sum up and what is your one message to our viewers?
Uh, be very resilient in life and be very kind, be very humble. One thing that I have seen is it's a chain of the help that I received back in 98. I have so much of gratitude for it that I can't repay it and ever. But what I do is I do whatever I can in my capacity. किसी की एक help की वजह से somebody can change somebody's life. So I think we all need to be that kind of uh, help. Like we can if we provide. I think that is a good thing. So yeah, being in gratitude,
Beautiful.
being resilient, yeah, and being very kind.
Give honor.
Ajay?
Yes.
Yeah, please, please.
I would like to just pass a message, not a message, but my experience that we will face many kind of adversities in our life, day to day, daily basis, whatever. But we need to just move forward. That's it. Nothing. No looking back. No looking
Yeah.
behind.
Beautiful. And Nisha ji, there is one message from your friend Deepa Raizada, my mother.
Mm.
She
Mm.
and my father Atul Raizada. Dear Nisha ji, we have learnt a very wonderful side of you which we were not aware. Being an angel and a mother, absolutely great. We love you. We love you very much, Nisha. Manisha says, Beena, such a sweet daughter for me.
Mm. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Very so
ma'am.
sweet.
Thank
Thank.
you.
So sweet. So, and thank you, Kaushal, for that beautiful story that you sent me that I could open this talk with. So, everybody who's watching this, please, please make sure that you don't overdo what your duties are with with your children. Don't underdo it, and always teach them to be resilient. Yes, they will self learn, but they should never come to that stage where they would have to drink a poison that their brother
No,
would.
no, no, no. That was the need of an
So
hour. That was the need of an hour.
need of an hour.
Uh,
So thank you so much, you guys, and thank you for opening up. Beena had told us that a big TV channel had approached her right then, and she had refused to do it. But I think, Beena, we are a very small platform. We will reach some thousand people. But I think what you guys have, now that you have healed, I know you will never completely fill up the vacuum, but now that you have healed, you have to influence. Since you are a great influencer, you have to influence more and more people to be resilient, to be strong, to jump out, and claim their lives back. Ajay,
yeah.
you were saying.
Oh, just great going. That's it. And thank you so much to Nishanti and everyone, and to you especially, ma'am.
She's a wonderful
Thank you
person,
again.
Dipshika. Dipshika, you're a wonderful person. And what you are doing is channelizing people who can really spread messages. Proud of you.
Yes, that is
Thank you
my
so much.
mission. I mean, this
Yeah.
one is so beautiful. One more, this from Ranjana Datta Roy. My heart bursts with
Yes,
pride
yes.
seeing what the three of you have achieved. Keep driving each other crazy. Sending you all my love. And Gurdeep Singh ji says, Deepshika, you're doing a brilliant job. Thank you so much. And Jayashree, thanks, Deepshika. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I think we should end our this year. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week. Stay safe. Keep your masks
Thank
on. Keep washing your
Yes,
hands.
yes.
Yeah.
And uh, and thank
And
you,
keep
Beena and
fighting.
Ajoy, and thank you, Beena and Ajoy, for opening up to this space. Thank you so much. Yeah, Ajoy, you were
Thank
saying
you.
keep fighting. You said.
Yes, keep
No, no,
fighting because
Do listen to me.
fighting is the only way to keep on going with each other.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Amazing.
Deepika.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
This
you.
has been an
Thank you.
healing journey for us. We have never opened up. We have very carefully concealed our story, and for the first time, we have spoken so much, shared so much. Thank you for giving us this space and a healing journey. Thank you.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
God.
ma'am.
We
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
really
Nishanji.
Nishanti.
Thank
And
you so
thank
much
you
for this
all. Thank
opportunity.
you, everyone. Thank you.
thank you, Nisha ji. Thank you, Beena
thank
Joy. Bye. We miss you,
Thank you.
Prakash. Bye bye. See you. Take care.
And his tea,
you. Catch
special
up.
tea.
Mm.
Yes,
Yeah.
we should do another
Catch.
live with him about his travel
Yeah.
stories. Yes, we
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
do that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And the
Learn from.
family in Uttarakhand.
Yes.
Right. Bye,
Chalo.
guys. See you. Take
Bye.
Bye
care.
bye.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.